What's up everyone, it's your favorite blind guy, my name is Ross Miner, and I'm going to be showing you guys how I play Animal Crossing New Horizons without any sight whatsoever. So if you guys do like this video, if you find it interesting, hit that like button, leave a comment down below, make sure you hit that notification bell, and for those who want to support the show additionally, feel free to check out the Patreon. Patrons really help out the channel a lot, so thank you so much to the patrons. So why am I making this video? Essentially, you know, I was on Twitter and Reddit and all that, and I see everyone posting about Animal Crossing, and I was like, man, I wish I could play a game like that, but obviously, I thought I couldn't. Well, my girlfriend Sam actually plays Animal Crossing, and so she downloaded it, and so I was like, well, it's free, so I'll try it, why not? And it turns out that Animal Crossing is very blind friendly, and so that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing this whole video, is showing you how I play. So the first thing I noticed when I put on my headphones when I started playing Animal Crossing was just how great the sound design is. Like right now, I can hear that bug or insect or something off to the right. I can hear the wind. I obviously can hear the music. And then as soon as I start walking, I can tell, okay, I'm definitely walking on some sort of maybe soil or dirt or grass. And then if I walk around and I run into something, oops, I was just doing it. But the point is that whenever a game doesn't keep playing a stepping sound when you walk, that makes the game very accessible. You know, like Pokemon, I made a video on how I play Pokemon. I'll link that. That one is like, it's accessible because I run into a wall and I hear the bump. So I gotta have a way to know that I'm moving and not moving, and Animal Crossing allows me to do that because I can just stop. It stops when I'm running into something, so I know that there's something there. Very useful. So basically what I want to do for the rest of the video is just walk around, play the game, and show you everything I hear, just to highlight really how accessible this game is. And before I get into this, the reason why I'm so passionate about this is that it is very rare to find a new game that I'm able to play. There's probably like 10 games tops that I'm able to play by myself independently, and so whenever the blind community discovers, okay, that villager is distracting me. Whenever the blind community discovers a new game, it's a really exciting thing. Anyway, so right there, that's another example about good sound design. I can hear where the villagers are, which is crazy. Alright, so let's see. I'm gonna keep walking around. I can definitely tell that I'm walking on water now. I could hear the waves. I could tell I'm on sand right now. And fun fact, trees make different sounds based on what kind of tree. So like I know this one's a coconut tree because it's on a beach, but it also makes a different sound. Same with I think hardwood trees and what are the other ones? Cedar? I forget. But just right there, that is so many sound cues. And another good one, I don't know if you guys probably heard that, but I'm going to be quiet. But there is a clam right there, and even the clams in the sand make a sound. So I'm going to be quiet for a little bit. Right there. That was the sound of a clam. And because of that, I'm actually able to find where the clams are. I know somewhere. It takes a few tries. And I know I'm probably like right by it. Just gotta be very careful. Oh god, I'm going the wrong way. I keep digging in the same spot. There we go. Usually it takes about that time, and I know it looks tedious, but the fact that I'm able to do something, it's simple, but I can't describe it other than normal, because whenever a new game comes out, everyone's like, oh wow, it's so awesome, and I can't usually play it, but like day one, I'm able to play this game, and everyone's talking about it, and I'm actually able to kind of join in on that. That's an experience I don't get to have very often, as well as pretty much every other blind person. But we're gonna keep on walking. Okay, so right here is a town square, and I can tell that obviously by the footstep sounds, the stone, the way it sounds. But also, look, some things in the game may not be most accessible, and I'll get to that in a second. But to kind of compensate for that, I essentially can, you know, the game's very customizable. I can put things where I want them to create landmarkers, to create sounds. So for example, this example right here, I put torches all around the square so I know where it is. Because otherwise, if I don't have it, then it's kind of hard to find the center of this island, essentially. So that's a great tip right there. Even that right there, I could just tell that I sat on something. Like, there's so many different awesome sound cues. And another great one I'm going to get into is fishing, because that's like a whole subject in and of itself. So this is kind of what I'm going to get to when it comes to some things not being the most accessible. The first one being that fish spawn in the water. You know, you don't just cast and hope for something. You have to like cast it on the fish. Well, I could walk around the island and just cast my rod over and over again and maybe find like 2 fish. And in fact, that's what I did for probably the first couple days until I actually was able to make fish bait. And through this, I'm able to compensate by just throwing the bait and then a fish will spawn right away. That was not bait. Alright, sorry about that. My inventory was a little bit messed up. But anyway, so what I'm going to do is throw the bait out and then cast the fishing rod. And while I'm casting, you'll be able to hear the fish tap the lure, hook on, and then flop around. And you can tell what size the fish is based on the vibration and like how loud the splashing is. So it's a really nice detail to have that. Alright, so we're going to throw out the bait, cast, right there. And now, there we go. Oh, I bet you this is sea bass. Calling it right now. Let's see. It's a sea bass, guys. It's a sea bass. Alright, so now you're probably wondering, how did I read that? Well, there are a few different ways that I read the text on the screen. Okay, so for example, I have my inventory right here, and as you can imagine, your inventory gets very cluttered. Well, using OCR, I'm able to read the items that I have. So for example, right there it says watering can, so I know that's my watering can. Stuff like that. But again, if you don't have a capture card, I just pull out my phone. Let me go to Seeing AI, and I can point it at the screen. Right there, watering can. It may not have heard it, but I'm pointing it at my TV, but it actually works a lot better if you hold a switch in handheld mode, which is even more convenient. So there are a lot of different ways to do that. It's a little tedious, but it really gets the job done, and it's nice to be able to just talk to your villagers. You know, I'm not just playing through the game without experiencing it to its full potential. So the last thing I want to highlight, while this game is very accessible, it has things that aren't as accessible, but that you can pretty much have them work for you a little bit. And so what I mean by that is that since this game is so customizable, I'm able to sort of make the things that are inaccessible a little bit more doable. And one example I'm going to use is bugs. So I'm not able to catch bugs very independently because they don't make any sound whatsoever. I have my solution for fish, but I need a solution for bugs. Well, the one I've used is flowers. I know that bugs spawn more often on flowers, and so if I can create a garden that has a bunch of flowers and then put it in a specific place that I know it will always be there, at least it increases my chances of catching bugs. So I actually have that set up over by my house. Once I get over there. And a cool little fact, I put my house right by my water, or right by this waterfall, so I can hear exactly where it is. I say this waterfall, but I'm not there yet because I'm talking. Right here. And right by the waterfall, or the sound of the waterfall, I put my flowers, so I know that they're always right to the right and behind of my house. And now I totally didn't realize I had my fishing rod out, so. And now we're gonna go into my house and show you a few things that make the experience a bit more fun for even blind people. Okay, so this is my house, and okay, let me try that again. Alright, so this is my house, and what I want to talk to you guys about is essentially, look, Animal Crossing is great, it's accessible, some things aren't accessible, that's all great, but there are some things that we just can't do, like, for example, designing stuff. There's no point for blind people to design things, but however, using my room and my house and whatnot, I'm able to kind of have my own sort of customization slash creativity that way. So I have a bunch of things in here that make sound. For example, this punching bag, or for example, the radio. I have a lot of cool things in here that make sound that I feel like just kind of as a substitute for like cool art on a t-shirt or something like that. I know I have a guitar, electric guitar somewhere. If I can find that. And I know I have a switch somewhere. There's a switch. And then guitar should be, yeah, right there. A lot of cool stuff to just fiddle with. But then I can also go into my back room that I just got. And it has like no design, but it still has some cool stuff in it. So like for example, I have a fireplace right here. I could turn it on and off and it makes cool sounds. I have windows. Oops. Like that. And then there's even a bathtub. And it's just really fun to listen to all the cool sounds. I even have a toilet right here. Sorry about that, guys. Let me go back in. I even have a toilet over here that I just recently got. I just gotta find it. Why can I not find it? Oh yeah, I put it up there. I totally forgot. Well, there you go. There's a toilet, and when you hop off it, it flushes. It's pretty great. So there's a lot here for any blind person, and I encourage anyone who is blind to try out this game. But that's where I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys do like this video, of course, as always, hit that like button. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. And if you want to play Animal Crossing online together, leave your friend code in a DM or comment or whatever it may be. If you really want to play with a blind person, do cool stuff like that, be my guest. But that's where I'm going to end this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.